So I'm speaking to Greg Baxter of Citi, and this is the day after the Citi Digital Money Symposium that you guys held in London, where you launched the Citi Digital Money Readiness Index, and you gave a talk looking at some of the highlights from the research. So I just wanted to know, how does the index impact or influence Citi's overall digital strategy, if at all?
Thank you. The study gave us an insight into 90 countries and how mature they were in terms of their progression towards digitising different financial flows. And Citi is one of the largest flow managers around the world, operating in well over 100 countries, is interested in participating in those flows and in accelerating those flows. We've always seen this as beneficial to corporations, to governments and consumers. And I think what the index points out is that there is empirical evidence that digital money does actually benefit governments, consumers and corporations. The second thing the index did highlight was the critical importance of use cases and ways where consumers can actually participate in digital money. And e-government was one of the areas that was a way that governments could accelerate the use of digital money. And Citi, of course, works with a number of these governments, and the expansion of that capability in terms of payments and collections, I think, is a key accelerator for the adoption of digital money. And for Citi, I think it helps us prioritise where we can have the most impact with governments and what the benefits associated with digitising their payments and collections would be.
So it's interesting that you mentioned governments, and I think any talk right at the moment about digital money has to bring up alternative currencies or cryptocurrencies, of which the most well-known is Bitcoin. So, I mean, is in putting together the index, did it give any insights to the future validity of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or non-sovereign currencies?
The currency focused largely on existing fiat currencies as they digitise. But the desire for the digitisation of currency is to reduce friction, to make it more transparent and more efficient in its flows. And I think virtual currencies try and achieve that goal, to reduce friction and to simplify commerce. The issue at the moment is that a number of them, Bitcoin being probably the highest profile at the moment, is acting more like a commodity than a currency and being speculated rather than traded. And that undermines its value at the moment as a currency. But the problem that it is trying to solve is a valid problem in terms of reducing the cost and friction associated with commerce. But what our index also highlighted was that the first thing that you need to achieve is the confidence of stakeholders to both invest in infrastructure for digital money and of consumers to use it. And rules, regulations and infrastructure are critical components of it. And what would concern us, or I think what one of the barriers that the virtual currencies face, is that the rules of commerce and the rules of countries are what give people trust and provide a framework for digital money to operate. And I think until those issues are addressed and until the currencies start to operate within a more controlled and regulated environment, it'll be difficult to get mainstream adoption of them.